Yo, what is up, PPL fans? Shoutout here, coach of the Bayern Munich, and welcome to PPL Season 5, Week 5. This week we're against PaullyMac and his Thunderbolton Wanderers. If you haven't checked team analysis, link should be in the description, so you can see what I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it, and how we match up against Paul overall. Spoilers, it's not very good in my opinion. So, if you haven't checked out Paul, please check him out. He's a fantastic dude, fantastic player, great content. You're gonna enjoy it, so give him some love. Tell him that he's awesome and that he should win games that aren't against me, probably. So yeah, that's that. Shout out to Zack, Cracker Zack, for joining my team. And shout out to Carson, Toxic Gaming, for recording the match for me. Their links will be in the description down below as well. Lovely people. Give them a hug or something through the internet. I don't know. Also, shout out to the PPL social media. There's Twitter account, which gives you all the information that you need. You know, current stuff that's happening. There isn't much happening outside of the games and transfers, which, if you want to know what the transfers are, you check out the PPL channel, because we have power rankings, we have other stuff that's coming, we have the transfer videos, and it's fun. Power rankings for Division 1 are done by Megalovania and Styx, two NPL competitors, two very cool people, two very solid players in draft format. I say very solid, very good players in draft format, and yeah, you should enjoy that and see how other people rank me and the other teams that are not as important as me. So, well, let's get into the match up. Paul decided to bring Megalovania, Zapdos, Ember, Garbodor, Manaphy, and Latios. There is no Crocodile, which is nice. Everything else I pretty much expected. You know, it was Garbodor or Crocodile pretty much. No Registeel to be expected, and no Hitmonchan, and no something else, I think. Does he have only 9 Pokemon? I think he has 9 Pokemon, so that's that. Hitmonchan didn't expect, and so everything's fine. I'm going to lead off with my Nidoqueen this match, because I can prevent Garbodor from spike stacking, if he even is a spike stacking Garbodor. If he wants to gain initiative with Zapdos, I can prevent that. Everything will be fine. I match up well against everything on his team, barring Manaphy. I can stay in on Latios if I want to and just Ice Beam it, because I am Piapa Berry. So let's get into the match and just see what happens. So Paul's issuing a challenge. My screen looks beautiful, but you can't see that. So I'm going to lead off with S-Death, my Nidoqueen, as Paul is going to predict that and lead with Eddie, his Latios. So that's bad. I don't want to take a Side Shock turn 1. I can, but I don't want to. You can also just drop a Draco if he expects to play up a very by any chance. So just going on to Moonshine, scout for a set. If he specs, I'm going to get Turikyo to hell back right here. If he's Life Orb, it's going to do a fuck ton. But he isn't Life Orb or specs, which is really good to know. Which makes me think he might be Scarf, maybe from a Mega Pidgeot. So not exactly sure what set he is at this point. But what I'm going to do is just pull double turn 2, because I'm a ballsy motherfucker. And I'm going to go into my Nidoqueen, predicting either Megalovania or Garbodor come in. Mainly Garbodor, honestly. So Nidoqueen comes in as he goes into Megalovania, and that's fine. I can just click Taunt, because his only real switch into offensive Nidoqueen at this point is Manaphy. And if I can prevent that thing from setting up, that's fine. But he goes in Latios. At this point, I'm like, you are a Salt Vest, my friend. And that's good to know. So what I'm going to do is stay in, take the Side Shot with the Piapa Berry, and get an Ice Beam off on the thing. Just to see what what item he is. But as you can see, he is actually Yachi Berry instead of Assault Vest, which is good. He was Yachi Berry for my Steezel, so he thought I would predict the Cobble Berry if I bring it, and he is Yachi Berry instead, which also allows him to deal with Nidoqueen very well, so that's a good prep on his part. This turn I'm gonna make a bit of a stupid play, going into my Latios, expecting to Side Shock again. He just goes for Dragon Pulse, and that's gonna do an absolute fuck ton. Since I'm not max HP, I'm 140 HP max defense. That's gonna do a lot, bring me down really, really low. And right now I'm gonna go Fable. He's gonna switch. He cannot risk me being Scarf or anything of the sort, so he's just gonna go into his Zapdos, because I can take Scarfed Draco. This tells me he's probably specially defensive, the way he switches in. Emphasis on probably. So I'm gonna do Clefable. Clefable doesn't really fear Zapdos, because Zapdos just doesn't beat Clefable ever. Actually, I guess it can beat Unaware with Toxic and pressure stuff. So I'm gonna switch out again. I don't want to take a hit. I don't really want to. I just don't want him to get initiative on me. So I'm gonna go to my Nidoqueen, prevent him from getting initiative, but he just goes for T-Volt, which is fine. And I'm gonna get at my rocks. I could Ice Beam, but I think overall rocks are more important, because as I said, I don't think I said in my team analysis actually, but he's gonna kill me at Sensory. HPS wouldn't have killed me, so that's good to know. He has extra Sensory. Fast talking. I'm good at this. Every turn that his 2 hazard removals do go for hazard removal is a good turn. Mega Pidgeot doesn't roost, and Latios doesn't go for an attacking move. So the only way I have to kill Zapdos at this point is my Lucario, or the good way at least. So I'm going to go into that. I know I can live a Heat Wave since he is definitely defensive. I do a lot, which tells me he is physically defensive in a way. I can shoot a T-Ball as well, which is good. And next turn I'm just going to go for another Stone Edge because nothing on his team really wants to take it. Like too well. He doesn't have a resistance with him. He didn't bring Registeel or Crocodiles. That's really good. He goes into Dr. Thugonomics, his Audino, which isn't Mega yet, so it's actually going to do a really considerable chunk, honestly. And since my Nino Queen went down and Lucario is locked into Stone Edge currently, I'm going to have to switch, and I don't have anything that deals well with Mega Audino. But I have a Clefable. Clefable deals well with pretty much any Pokemon in the game to some extent. I'm just going to go into that. He has to Wish this turn if he has it, which I assume he does because it's a Mega Audino. It's going to have Wish 9 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10. So he's just going to go throw up the Wish as I go to Clef. And I'm going to Calm Mind because I think I'm going to Calm Mind. I could be wrong. But he either has Toxic or he can't beat me. Very simple stuff. So I'm going to actually throw up a Wish. Sorry, I'm going to throw up a Wish just to kind of make him think I'm switching, and he goes for Toxic and he misses, which is really big because now he still doesn't know whether I'm unaware or Magikarp, and he doesn't get the residual damage off, which is bad. So this turn, expecting him to expect me to switch, trying to pass the Wish into Lucario, I'm gonna Calm Mind up on my Clef, trying to catch him off guard, trying to get some chip damage off on the thing, just kind of pressure him pretty much. I just want to pressure him into Wishing. I want to have the thing at relatively low health, and he does go for Dazzling Beam, which is fine. That does absolutely nothing. It's a +1 Clef, and I get my Wish back, so I'm back to full. And this turn, I'm just going to fire off a Moonblast. I'm fairly sure, yeah, I'm just going to fire off a Moonblast, get some damage off the thing, see what set he is. He goes for another Toxic, and he missed again, which is so unfortunate. This turn, I'm just going to go for another Moonblast, and as you will see, I get a crit as he goes for Wish, and that is so unfortunate for him. That just puts me in a winning position, because Mega Audino is the only thing that stops me from winning, pretty much. It's the main win con he has defensively. So, this turn, I'm just going for Moonblast. I was really close to predicting the Protect and going for a Calm Mind, but as you see, he doesn't even have Protect. So, if I would have predicted the Protect, I would have choked on Dix so hard, and would have not taken opportunity to take out this Mega Audino. So, that was huge. That was really lucky on my part, and that means I can win. Without that crit, I would not have been able to win at all. And he missed 2 Toxic. Stupid lucky on my end. So, he's going to Gabura. I don't want to take a hit. I'm going to sack off my Latias because he goes for Drain Punch. I was fairly sure that he would either go for Gunshot expecting just straight stay in, or predict my Lucario and go for Drain Punch. Either way, either sack Latias, or I'm in an amazing position I can roost up on the thing. I am in an amazing position. I am able to roost up on the Garbodor. And Gunshot does less than half if he's max attack Adamant. He's not going to be Life Orb or anything of the sort. That's just not happening. Didn't see that from the thingy, from the damage. There wasn't Life Orb or anything. So I can just roost up a couple times as he goes into Zapdos. Eventually I would have beaten Garbodor unless he got a crit or a poison. Pretty simple stuff. Or he would have missed. It would just come down to hacks because it's Pokemon. So I'm going to roost up as Zapdos comes in. I was considering Calm Minding here because at this point, if I get up a Calm Mind against the Zapdos, I win. Straight up. If I get up a couple Calm Minds on Zapdos preferably, I win. But I'm just gonna choose to go for Dragon Bolts because and get Latias a kill. Because if he had Toxic, that would have been a bad play of me. And now he goes into Manaphy, and this is another big play. He's either Tail Glow and he's gonna take a good chunk from my Psyshock, or he's Calm Mind and I can beat him 1v1. I'm gonna scout what set he is, and he's gonna pull double into Garbodor, expecting my Clefable to come in. I'm having none of that. None. Absolutely nothing. Just gonna go for Psyshock. This thing is gonna drop on its neck. Actually, it's gonna live because Garbodor is fat and I'm uninvested. And I'm gonna have to finish off with a Dragon Pulse, preventing him from going into his Latios. So it's second kill for Latias of the game. That's very nice. And yeah, that Psyshock play I think was my best play, honestly. So he's gonna bring up Mick Foley. That is his Emboar, and I'm gonna stay in. I have a Colbur Berry. I can live a Sucker Punch depending on his spread. I think I can even live a Bandit one. I'm pretty sure. So just gonna go for Psyshock, get some damage off, scout what set he is, because whether he's Choice Scarf or like a Life or a Choice Band Variant is a huge difference. So he doesn't have to not be Scarf. From that damage, he is Choice Banded Adamant Emboar, and I'm so glad I dealt with that thing reliably by being lucky. Mainly by being lucky. So Emboar goes down to Recall. That's no kill for Latias, unfortunately, but now he can bring in his Latios. I'm gonna make the safe play and sack off my Latias. I have no reason to keep it. I have no reason to risk a potential crit Psyshock on my incoming Clefable. Anything of the sort would just be a bad play. Just gonna sack off Latias. Latios gets a kill. So the brother sister match stuff, whatever you wanna call it, exciting, right? So, now I can go to Halsey. And he only has this thing and Manaphy left. I can just Mega up, I can live any hit, and I can Hurricane the thing. It's gonna die. Manaphy's gonna take a massive fuckload from the Hurricane. And that's gonna be fine. So, and he goes for Tailwind, which isn't scary at this point because I can kill the thing with a Hurricane. I can also live any hit because he is Blindfold or Specs. So, very good. Hurricane comes in, Latios goes down, and now he only has Manaphy left. But it's a Manaphy and Tailwind, which is kind of scary. But knowing that I can live a hit unboosted, I'm just going to go for the Hurricane, get some huge damage off, and going to put it in range for E-Speed. And that's pretty much going to be the game at that point. Because Manaphy, although it's bulky, it's not a bulky spread this week, and it's not going to enjoy that Hurricane at all. Now, as you can see, he's going to get a sha-leik berry in a second. He's going to get confused as well, which I was hoping he wouldn't hit himself. He doesn't, spoilers. He gets a sha-leik berry, and I didn't see that in the match. I actually did not see that. So what I'm going to do is sack off my Rotom Wash. I kind of want to preserve Mega Pidgeot rather than Rotom Wash, honestly. At this point, I don't care about Rotom Wash. Of the Pokemon that I have still left, Rotom Wash is the one which differential is the least important one to me by far. So that's just what I'm going to do. I still have Unaware Clef, I still have Bandit, E-Speed, Lucario, so there's no way I can choke this away. He goes for another Scald, he kills me. That is a dead Rotom Wash. It tried to do something, it didn't do anything. So yeah, Rotom Wash goes down. I didn't see the sha-leik berry, by the way. I think I said that, but I absolutely did not see that. So that could have been bad. I was considering going into Pidgeot. He has the Tailwind Peters out. Thankfully, I made the safe play, going into my Lucario, just clicking E-Speed. If he was Chilean Berry, which I calculated at the point, because again, I didn't see the berry, I could have still killed him unless he was really bulky. So, Manaphy goes down, that's a kill for Lucario, and that's going to be a GG to Paul. Yeah, that was a game that happened. We win 3-0. MVP is going to be Clefable because it's a lucky shithead, and I love it. Don't love it for being lucky, I just love it in general. Really, I just won us the game. Straight up, I'm not going to deny it. That won me the game. I don't know if I would have had a chance of winning otherwise. I don't think I would have, because his Mega Auto had Skill Swap. And that would have been bad. He could have Skill Swapped the Unaware onto himself, and then have just not given a fuck about Clefable. And at that point, Lucario was in range for a max roll Dazzling Gleam. So yeah, it would not have looked good for me if I didn't get a crit. But it did because I'm a lucky piece of shit. It's kind of payback, I guess, for next week. For last week, but not for Paul. He didn't get lucky. It was someone else. So don't think it counts as payback. It just counts as, you know, the world being like, yo, you got fucked last week. Let's help you. Let us help you a little bit, my friend. So, yeah, that crit was huge. That just straight up won me the game. Mega Auto walls the majority of my team. It had Toxic, so I could actually beat my Latias, which I was kind of hoping it wouldn't have Toxic, but of course it did. Yeah, that's that. I'm lucky. What can I say? The GBC curse has come over. Curse to my opponent, I guess. Blessing for me, pretty much. I'm really sorry about this match for Paul, because I love Paul. I didn't want to hex him. I was going into this match with the mentality of I'm going to lose, but I'm going to try to win, which is, you know, not the best mentality, because you're like, hey, I'm going to lose this game. But I think that's not a bad mentality, because you kind of make ballsier plays, you kind of make plays you wouldn't otherwise do, just because you're like, I'm going to lose anyway, let's just play balls to the wall. Kind of did that, kind of didn't help me too much, because, you know, Melodius took a bunch of damage, managed to roost that off, based on that crit again. Just that crit was so big, oh my goodness. Yeah, he was banned at Embor, he had Tailwind, and that would have been really, really bad. Yeah. That's that. He was AV Gobbler as well, so I didn't even have to worry about spikes. He had no hazards this week. Because spikes don't actually do that much to my team, just because I have a bunch of Levitators and a potential Magic Guard for Fable, and Flying type, of course. So yeah, that makes sense, but still was worried. No rocks, which is fine, he couldn't fit it on. Just normal things that happen while team building, you just can't fit something on. Yeah, that was a game. I kind of want to go back to that side shot play against Manaphy, because I don't think I got to explain myself properly, because I can't be asked to pause and then do all that editing stuff. Way too much effort. Because my laptop was a piece of shit. If it wasn't, everything would be fine. So, Manaphy. If he was standard offensive Manaphy, he would outspeed me. I would see that. I know he's not bulky. I would do like 30% with side shot roughly, because Latias is kind of weak. And and then he's in range for Mega Pidgeot. If he's Calm Mind, like Rain Rest Dance, Rest Rain Dance Calm Mind Scald, I beat him 100%. My Latias beats that Manaphy set. So Sancho was a good play because I can weaken the thing, I can weaken the Manaphy, can then come in with my Mega Pidgeot and just clean him up. If you went for Calm Mind there, again, I can beat him even if he's like a more offensive Ice Beam Calm Mind variant. I should still be able to potentially beat him. If not beat him, I can live another hit, go for another Side Shock, and then he's potentially in range for Band E-Speed. So, and in the end, I still have a Clefable in the back, which is unaware. So, I don't think I had any reason to go into my Clefable there. But yeah, Paul outplayed me early game. Not gonna deny that. You know, the only play I made was turn 2, which actually worked out for me. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, after the crit, I kind of had the upper hand. Obviously because of the crit, and I made some plays that were pretty okay. Yeah, it's just, Pokemon is a silly game. We still play it. I still love it. Everyone still loves it. Just not after they got taxed. Yeah, that's it. We're now 3-2, which is pretty good with a +3 differential. We just won 3-0. We were neutral before. And Paul is 2-3 with -1, I think. I want to say. I'm pretty sure it's -1. So, next week, we have another one of those stupid matchups. We go up against my good friend Kelly, Under the Radar, and his Maryland Terrapins. I think he's going by the Terrapins this season. I'm pretty sure he is, yeah. He has a rain team, plus more things that don't need rain. And it's really, really scary. And it's once again not a great matchup. But I just beat someone who had a really good matchup against me by being lucky. So maybe I can do that again. I'd be down. I know you'd be down as well. That'd be great. So, yeah. That's it. Tell me what you think of the game. Tell me if you think I would have had a chance of winning if I didn't crit him. I probably would have had a chance. Just not a good one at all. So I'm gonna shut up now. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes. Make sure to check out Paul. I will appreciate all 4 of those, and hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.